Let me tell you how I lost 30 kilograms in 4 years without starving myself. Without using Onpic, without using Lonaro, without using Miracle. I'm not saying it to work for everybody, but I'm going to show you. And today I will tell you the secret on how to lose your belly fat without starving yourself, and how you can do it the healthy way. But before I go ahead this side, yes, just click the subscribe button so that you can always see these videos when they come out. Also like, comment, share. It's not hard. It does not cost you data to do it. But let's go. I'm sure that some of you might believe that once you eat once a day or if you starve yourself is one of the best way to lose belly fat. But I'm here to inform you that you are absolutely wrong. Guess what? Your body might even retain that fat. Yes. And you might even end up malnourished, because some of us think that malnourishment is when you probably looking like this. But no, it's not probably when you're looking like this. Sometimes there's malnourishment on the other side also. It just means you're not getting proper nourishment. But let's go back to my story. At a particular time in my life, I just started any salary and I felt that the only way to enjoy my money was just to be sitting there in one place and not doing anything. And as I was sitting there one place and not doing anything, my cheeks were swelling, as my stomach was swelling, as my leg was swelling, as my hand was swelling, and every part of me was just swelling. But we called it good life. Once my former friend just sent me that boy not a chop money, and yes, me too, I'll be happy that I was eating money until one day I decided to run a test that is called a fasting blood sugar, and when I realized something, I have not reached diabetes, but at the same time my results was not normal. That is when it clicked. That is not just about the food I was eating, it was also about a particular hormone in my body. And this particular hormone, insulin, is part of the problem. What is insulin? Let me explain it this way. Every time you eat, whether it's rice, so whether it's bisquito, whether it's yugato, whether it's juice, so even if it's small malt that you just drink, your body converts that to sugar in many cases, and then your blood sugar just goes up. Your body will now say, this blood sugar that is going up is actually very dangerous for us. So what does it do? It finds the blood sugar and releases one agaro that they call insulin. And the job of the agaro insulin is to ensure that all that sugar finds its way inside the cells. It's like storage manager. The insulin's job is to ensure that extra sugar from the food that you've eaten is taken out of your blood and moved into the cells. If it is moved into the cells, what does it now do? If it moves it into your muscle, the body stores that excess sugar as glycogen. If it moves it into your liver, it stores that excess sugar as glycogen. But guess what? Your muscles and your liver have a limit to the amount of glucose or sugar that they can accommodate. It's like you want to pack 40 people inside 3-bedroom flat. Of course, you know that all of them are not going to enter. Your body now says, there's another place that we can actually store it for the longer term. What is that? As fats. Your body will store it as fats so that it can be used later. But here's the thing. The glucose in your muscle and the glucose in your fat cells are supposed to be used differently. The glucose in your muscles is probably for quick, something that your body needs energy now. Now. And it needs to find it from a place that he has already stored it. It goes to your muscles and your liver and collects the one that is there and then uses it. The ones that usually stored that fat is probably going to be used in the long term if it has exhausted all the ones that is in your muscle and all the ones that is in your liver. Now, if you are constantly eating, you're eating breakfast small chops, one small banana and biscuits, especially those of yourself that call yourself foodie. One thing that happens is that your insulin never rests. But because your insulin never rests, it does not even give your body chance to use the extra source of fats as an energy. So you just keep storing. One place that usually stores it is around your belly, known as visceral fat. Now you might be wondering, of every place to store fat, why did he choose my belly? Because the fat around your stomach is known as the visceral fat, is your body's favorite storage site, making it the easiest and the fastest place for your body to actually store this energy. Why? Because inside your belly area, there are things like your liver, your kidneys, your intestines, your stomach, your pancreas, and that makes it a good place for your body to actually store energy in the form of fat. Think of it like your body's emergency savings account. Quick to deposit but hard to withdraw from, like fixed deposits where you see your money. You wait for that time. So when your insulin stays high all the time, your body does not have the opportunity to actually tap into those savings and burn the stored fat, including the ones around your belly. So might be everywhere else, but you see that your belly to leave it alone. That's why it's looking like some people just say, it's very difficult to burn fat around my belly. So I'm doing sit-ups, but it's looking like it's not working. Yes, we'll also come to that. The kind of exercises that can reduce belly fat, and let me tell you the answer. Sit-up is not one of them. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic now. In other words, what we are trying to say is that you cannot burn fat if your insulin is constantly high. If you want to start burning fat, your insulin levels have to come down a bit. And that usually happens when you give your body enough time between meals instead of constantly eating or snacking. So what changed? What did I do? I picked eating window. Say between this time to this time is when I will have breakfast. This time to this time is when I will have lunch. And the same for dinner. Anytime outside that window I drink only water. Yes, some people might prefer green tea. What we call that is time restricted. It is not starvation. There are two different things. For example, dinner happens by 6 p.m. Anything later than 6 o'clock p.m., I open my mouth, I'll wait for air to enter inside. That's the only way I eat. Now, you also need to ensure that the kind of food that you're eating is very important. What I did was that I started eating whole food. Hey, you should have seen me before. The first salary that he gave me, I went to buy pizza out. Am I saying pet is bad completely? No. But my relationship with junk food was like a marriage made in hellfire. You see, I cannot see junk food that period and close my eye. You know the Buddha used to sell a bucket of chicken. Yes, I'm not going to call their name because I don't want their lawyer to come and sue me. I used to finish one bucket every 2 days. And the way they used to cook the chicken is that they would deep fry it, so I was eating a lot of nonsense. I was eating saturated fat. I was eating trans fat, burger. If they have not put cheese and cream inside, I'm not interested. As a matter of fact, once I hold that shawl like this, you know the shaman that once you press it, you just see everything will be falling out from the side. Nothing like dry sham in my house that period. Yes, the reason I'm describing this thing so that you know that you are not the first person. You need to end that toxic relationship that you have with junk food. Whole foods are better for you. For example, protein like eggs, protein like fish, beans. You also need to prioritize healthy fats, things like avocado, nuts, and plenty of vegetables. Very important. You don't need to cut out carbs completely. Some of you just think that, this particular pure, I'm not going to be eating carbs. The only thing I'm going to be eating is just meat and vegetables. They call it keto diet. It's not everybody that benefits from keto diet, I hope you know. What we are just saying is that when it comes to carbs, reduce it. If you're trying to lose weight, prioritize more protein and vegetables, but carbs are also very important for your body, especially when it comes to energy. Now, this particular one, you will fight me. Do not drink your food. Eat it. Things like juice, soft drink. Anytime you open the drink before you drink. It's time to end that relationship because it's that particular relationship that is stopping you from entering the promised land. Yes. Because you know in the Bible where they said that it's very difficult for a rich man to enter the city of heaven. They have to pass through the eye of a needle. Come something. What I'm trying to say is that no. If I say what I'm about to say, they will say it's body sh. But let's just keep it. Just know that. Let me explain it. If I get one whole pineapple and I squeeze it, it will probably not fill this cup, to be honest. Do you know how long it will take me to drink 1 cup of pineapple juice? It's gone. Imagine they not give me a whole pineapple and tell me that I have to cut it, slice it, and eat it. By the 3rd slice, I'm already full. That's me, normal human being. But I know that, as I'm describing, some of you are saying, bring the pineapple. Bring 1,000. I go chop and finish. It's because of you I made videos like this. Yes. So you can see that it's better to actually eat your food rather than drinking it. Don't fall for the temptation of drinking your food. Eat it. Because when you eat it, you also eat the fiber that comes. Especially with fruits, you eat fiber. When you eat fiber, it actually helps reduce the amount of elevation that your blood sugar is actually supposed to go to. Very important. It's also one of the ways to raise your insulin and grow belly fat if you are drinking it, because when every time you drink it, it just enters straight into your bloodstream. Insulin will run to come and bring that down, or else there's problem. The other thing that I did was that I moved my body. Yes. See, to make it easier, one of the things you need to do is just to actually pick a low-intensity exercise and do it consistently for a long period of time. For instance, what you can do is target 5,000 to 10,000 steps a day, 500 to 1,000 skips every day, run up and down your stairs. Dancing is also another one. People like us that have two left legs, we don't know how to dance. The mistake that some of you are also making is that some of you watch this video, all of a sudden motivation will fill you from nowhere. I want to state that I'm not a motivational speaker, because when you are filled with motivation and you not think that you just exercise, you now do high-intensity exercise for the next 2 weeks, you're probably not going to near the gym because your body's going to be in pains. Me, when I found out that my blood sugar was high and nothing was helping, I entered gym. I started carrying all the weight for carry this. He carry weight. I fainted in the gym. Blackout. I woke up in gym. Somebody was slapping me. Oh, you can't die, man. You can't die. That's one of the reasons I made this video on CPR. I made it so that I'm begging people, don't slap me, do CPR, learn ways to resuscitate people. But that's story for another day. When you do low-intensity exercises, they help your body burn fat around your body, including your belly. You also need to understand that one lie about burning belly fat is that if I do sit up, I will burn the fat around that area. It's a lie. When you're exercising, your body chooses where it wants to burn the fat from, which is usually around your body. Your body is not going to say, oh, this fat to the bum, that's the only fat I'm going to go for and go there, and just attack only the fat and reduce it. No, you cannot say, oh, there's fat in my hand. If I do like this, it will reduce the fat in that area. That's a bloody lie. Your body reduces fat around your body the same way. Then you people would now realize that there's actually a relationship between sleep and weight loss. And you need to understand that if you sleep well, get enough sleep, you realize that your body actually reduces the amount of stress that it's going through. Because another thing that can actually lead to weight gain is a hormone called cortisol. And if you don't sleep well, cortisol tells your body to actually store more fat. Now, if you do these 5 things that I've mentioned consistently, after a few weeks, you start to notice a few changes. Now, one of the changes you will not notice that when you climb the scale, the number might not change, but there are some things you will notice. Your cloth will start to feel loose. It start to be like there's space you re-looking. Like you re-getting slimmer, your trouser, you notice that you have moved one hole, you have go to another hole inside your belt. That's small signs. You might not notice everything at once, but it's just that consistency that we are waiting for. I also need you to understand that it is a gradual process. It is consistency is marathon, is not sprints, right? Maybe I even bum fat sometime if I'm sleeping, my body is burning fat. Yes. So give your body time. Pay attention to the things in your body. For example, there are some cloths that I've owned now for like 4 years. I've not outgrown any of them. But I'm growing muscle, but I'm now growing any of the cloth. So please, your body was built to store fat but also burn energy. You just have to let it do both at the right intensity, at the right time, the right space. Now, if you've watched this far, it can mean 2 things. It can mean number 1 that you really like my face, but it can mean number 2 that Potbelly has show you shy and you really want to show Potbelly too. Right now, there's a challenge that I'm going to give you. If you want to lose your belly fat without starvation, do these things for the next 21 days. Pick an eating window. Number 1. Number 2, stop snacking in between meals. Yes, if there's food outside your eating window, drink water outside that window, no matter what. All of you that are going to the kitchen in the middle of the night, you're part of the hooligans that we're about to arrest. Number 3, make sure you only drink things like water. You can even make it flavored outside your eating window. Number 4, constantly move your body slowly. Low consistent exercise, 10,000 steps, 1,000 skips. Just ensure that you do it every day. Then lastly, make sure you get at least 7 to 10 hours of sleep every night. Take a picture before this 21 days. Take a picture today, and then at the end of 21 days, take a picture, then tag me and show me your progress. You're going to see results. If you don't see results, then it means that something is wrong. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Yes, they say I should even tell you to subscribe. Says we have to beg you people to do that too. Please subscribe. Did I annoy you? Did I tip your girlfriend at any point in time? Is it I don't like my face? Just subscribe so they can be seeing me often.